Hey everybody, this is Alchemisted, and this is Star Trek Online. I've had... how do I get this started? Yeah. How do I get this started again? Well... the reason I'm not updating Parasite Eve 2, I wrote a little bit about this on the site, is because, well, firstly, the game gave me another major fuck you. Which was just as well, considering how far in the game I am, and it hasn't happened a while, so I kind of expected it to happen eventually. The other reason I haven't updated Parasite Eve 2 yet is because I spent basically an entire week on and off playing the game, recording, like, hour-length sessions. So there's, like, God, like 3 or 4 hours of footage, maybe? Maybe, I think? In the next set, it's like 29 parts long. When I decided to call it, call it off and, call that a set and update it, it turned out that I had gotten right up to the final boss. So I decided I'd press on. If I'm right in front of the final boss door, I might as well just go ahead and do it. So that's why I haven't updated Parasite Eve yet. It's because I'm literally right before the end of the game, right at the end of the game actually, and because if I've already recorded like 3 or 4 hours of gameplay, I might as well just go ahead and record the fucking rest of it. But it gave me a massive fuck you, and I have had to try and fix it. And find some new settings to work. And I've also taken the opportunity to start working on configuring the game for Resident Evil 2. Or not the game, the emulator for my copy of Resident Evil 2, which takes some doing, and I'll go into that in a separate video. Because, well, I'll explain later. But I haven't recorded any gameplay from Star Trek Online for a while, and part of the reason for that was because I didn't have any missions left to do, because I was already a Rear Admiral. And once you're a Rear Admiral, the game kind of stops. I mean, there are special task forces, and I want to record those, and I've been trying to find a recorder that will do it. I thought I had, but the game runs at like 8 FPS when I'm recording with it, so that one's out of the picture. And it records to a format that's really hard for me to render because none of my video applications will accept it. So that's fucked. But I also have a bunch of questions, and I dropped a mission a while ago. It's some trade skill sort of mission, and I found out that it opened up a whole new arc of missions in the game, so that's what I'm going to be doing. And I think, yeah, I'm all high res. I'm going to have to change the resolution. Wow, I also turned down the sound a lot. I don't like the music in this game, have to say. Do not like it. So, fleet window, go. How long has that fucking been there? Let's see. How about 50? Even 50? Okay. When the fuck did I go to the Sirius sector block? I don't remember that. A little bit of music. Gotta just buy items. I don't get it. It's a cool looking little ship. When the hell did I get there? Oh well. So I'm on my way to do some mission. The Long Night, it says. I've done this mission in a group, but that's when I caught on that maybe I fucked up when I dropped that other mission. It's like, what the hell? I don't remember this shit. Let's see, let's put it on a lower resolution also so it runs a little bit smoother. I don't like doing that. Yeah, fuck off, I don't care. Delta 1S. While Glinday has eaten its Wheaties and has grown slightly more badass looking as a result. I don't know. The customization for the ships in this game really isn't that great. It's several configurations, but they're all shaped like almost the very same. All the parts fit together in the same ways. It's practical, I guess. You can't really make that many combinations because of, well, actually you can, but they're limited somewhat in the shape of the ships. Because if you just start making ships that are all kinds of weird shapes, it'll just look all fugly. But it looks all fugly already, so suppose your mileage will vary on the ship customization in this game. I spent much of my time as a gamer during the PlayStation 2 era playing Armored Core, so, customization is something I kind of take seriously in a game that claims to have lots of it. Something weird, though, is they seem to have made the ship customization progressively more expensive. And I know it's not just my rank, because it used to cost like 30,000 and I was still a Rear Admiral. Then it cost 40,000, I think, and now it costs like almost 60,000 to customize all of the parts on your ship. And they charge like 20,000 credits just to change the nacelles. It's like, isn't this game supposed to be about customization? What the fuck? Anyways, I think this is my... Oh, Alpha Triangulate, yeah. I'm going there. I'm not going to Deep Space Nine. I have questions too. I have a bunch of questions from... No, not Beta Ursay. Oh, fuck off. Yes, that one. I have maybe not a bunch, quite a bit of questions from my earlier play. It wasn't a playthrough. What the fuck do you call it? My earlier gameplay of Star Trek Online. And where the fuck? Go to Trevis. So where the fuck is Trevis? Trevis. I am on the right course for Trevis. Stay the fuck away from me. I saw you on my map. Where are you? 208, 207. Yeah, you. You keep your ass the fuck away. I'm watching you. I have a bunch of questions which I will now answer. So let's get the first one started. Sundagger has a few questions. His first, just asking, what about transphasic torpedoes? Had them on Voyager, well, on the last show, that is, and in the last Star Trek movie, well, the one with the TNG people, they did not have them. What gives? Well, the thing about that, and this has never really been addressed, I'm not sure about Star Trek Online's canon status. I think it's canon, but I'm not sure. I wouldn't mind if it weren't canon, because I prefer the expanded universe, but, I'm a little bit biased. To be... And again, it hasn't been addressed, on a show at all. So what I would think is, for quite a time, at least until the time period where the transphasic torpedoes originated, because I probably should explain the plot of that episode for people who don't know. It was the final episode of Voyager. Voyager finally gets home 16 years into the future, but they lose tons of people along the way. And Chakotay the first officer gets all depressed or something, fuck if I know. So what Janeway does, now an admiral in the future, is she takes a shitload of future tech and she takes it back in time to Voyager to help them get home 16 years sooner so that they save more people. Why she didn't do this at the beginning of the series, I don't know. But anyways, okay, I'll hold position out here while I answer this question. What I would think is that Starfleet would, since the Borg didn't seem to be a threat at the time, they hadn't attacked or anything in a while, I think that Starfleet would have probably just sat on the technology until the time period where it came from to preserve causality. That's just me. That's just what I think they do. They do get called into play in the expanded universe, though, during the arc that culminated in the novel trilogy Star Trek Destiny, the Borg launch a massive offensive. This isn't like all the other times, like in Best of Both Worlds or First Contact, where they just send one ship. This time, the Borgs, in the books, the Borg send thousands of ships. And by the end of it, everyone is on their... The Borg are beaten. Of course the Borg are beaten. It's Star Trek. But by the end of it, everybody is just on their fucking knees. And they do actually bring out the transphasic torpedoes because the Borg are just everywhere. And they have no hope of taking them down without them.